Alright, hello everyone and welcome to what's going to be the start of my Spongebob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated playthrough. This is a game that is near and dear, close to my heart, and I absolutely love it. As a kid I played it numerous times. Now I am actually playing this on PC. Yeah, there is no borderless window. It seems it's already in windowed. I think everything's fine as is. And I am very excited for this because I absolutely adore this game. I think it is a great, a great platformer that harkens back to the early 2000s when SpongeBob was in full swing, when 3D platformers were still in full swing.
Welcome to Bikini Bottom.
Very nice.
Normally peaceful undersea sanctuary.
I did order the PS4 version. I will not be playing on that.
Into a theater of pure horror, wherein our little yellow friend will play the
Chum Bucket.
Today is the big day. I have devised an ingenious plan to finally steal the Krabby Patty formula. And if Bikini Bottom happens to get demolished in the process, oh well. With my brand new
lip syncing is massively off.
I'll clone an army of robots that will wreak mayhem and destruction at my command. One last review of the checklist. Let's see. Item number 1 is Plankton a genius? Answer yes. Okay, checklist complete. Throw in the switch.
They do kind of look like the robot from Ratchet and Clank. It specifically looks like a bunch of planks on wheels.
I want to get a photo for my scrapbook. Hey, hello?
And I'm not the first person to think that. Someone else I know who played this actually thought the same.
Oh, no, wait. But I'm your master! I made you! No! Oh, my good China!
This is great. This is a pure remaster, by the way.
Another perfect day playing robots and racehorses.
Yeah, only I keep getting the racehorses and the robots mixed up.
Wouldn't it be great if we had real robots to play with, Patrick? I'd name mine Robo Jr. or Zorlon or maybe Frankie.
Yeah, the lip syncing and audio is completely off.
Hey, what if we put the robots in here?
Oh, how shellfish of you.
And that is Tom Kenny, which is pretty nice.
It's my magic wishing shell.
Wow, that's great, Patrick.
So we put the toy robots in here.
Okay.
Then we say the magic wishing words and shake the magic wishing shell.
Okay.
Then we go to sleep, and in the morning we'll have real robots to
That's actually
play
a picture from the TV show back there. It's like promotional art they had.
Magic wishing words.
You already did.
So, okay is the magic wishing word?
It used to be Alakazama Alabala Wiesna Tikitana Fushbar Griddle Bits von Wiederschnauzer, but I kept forgetting it.
Are you sure this'll work?
Sure.
This is legit like some of my old videos. They used to get desynced like this.
I was really hungry, so I put my cookie crumb in the magic wishing shell. Then I said the magic wishing word and shook it, and in the morning I had lots of little cookie crumbs.
Patrick, I proclaim that tomorrow is going to be the best day ever.
Good night, SpongeBob.
Good night, Patrick.
And then it was the worst day ever.
The next morning.
Gonna play with robots, gonna play with robots, gonna play with robots, gonna play with... Whoa!
Your Bikini Bottom stinks.
Did you do that?
One thing I didn't know is that Gary is also Tom Kenny. Now that audio sync was actually
Gary,
awful.
It sure looks like we're in a doozy of a pickle. I think I'm gonna have to learn a lot in order to fix this mess.
You tap through the menus manually for this.
What a fantastic idea! These signs will provide important tips to help me out. How do I read the signs?
I don't know. Meow.
Oh, okay.
It's
Press
right
this button
bumper?
to read the sign. So if I want to come back and talk to you
I guess
again,
they have enough
just
buttons on the
walk up to
controller
you
now.
and
They don't
press
have
this
to
button.
mash it all
I better
together.
get
I don't
started
remember
now,
what
Gary.
it was.
I think that this is going to be a very long day.
Explore the kitchen, explore the bedroom, explore the attic, explore the closet. Yeah, so it's kind of more or less the same. This is, because I played this on the GameCube, so my my experience on this was definitely with less buttons than the original.
It shines.
I will say this, like with the Spyro and Crash Reignited trilogies, I will at least give them a lot of credit for keeping true to the whole visual artistic style. That's always good. These are shiny objects. Shiny objects are valuable and may be traded. You need to collect many shiny objects and complete this quest to defeat the robot menace. There are 5 kinds: red, yellow, green, blue, and purple. Red is the most common and the least valuable. Purple is the most rare and therefore the most valuable. Very, very astute of them to assume purple is automatically the most valuable because it's the rarest. More valuable shiny objects are harder to find or in dangerous places. I actually booted this game up for the GameCube. I didn't stream it. I booted this game up for the GameCube way back in, oh fuck, I actually forget, it must have been a few months ago, because I was playing the movie video game. The movie video game by far is light years worse than this, and I think that says a lot. Spongebob may see how well he's doing by pressing RT. Number in the upper right is how many shiny objects he has. The number in the upper center is how many golden spatulas. Number in the lower right is how many of Patrick's lost socks you found. And the number in the upper left is underwear. Underwear is like your health in this game.
A snack, but there's no time.
So we open up the attic. Yes. So SpongeBob's underwear. You will lose a pair of underwear every time he gets hit or touches dangerous objects or surfaces, like this. When SpongeBob has lost all his underwear, he must start the area back over again. SpongeBob may get underwear he has lost by collecting additional pairs along the way. There are golden underwear hidden in Bikini Bottom that upgrades your health. SpongeBob may check how many pairs he has by pressing RT. So like that,
like a
you
new
can heal.
sponge.
You bounce on the bed? No, you don't. I could have sworn that you could. No, you bounce on the diving board. That's from the movie, I think. Maybe. I kind of stopped watching SpongeBob
This is where I keep all my
pretty
old
much
comic
after the
books.
movie. Because I thought after the movie it wasn't any good. I kind of thought that was a nice, natural place to end. Oh shit. Yeah, you do have the upward move by default in this game. Press Y, you'll do a Bubble Bash attack. Bubble Bash attack can smash tikis or robots and push buttons that are directly above. When you see this icon, you can stand on it and do the Bubble Bash to break tikis directly above them. Or push buttons. I forget what that balloon specifically you do with it.
This is where I keep all my old comic books.
Absolutely. And what's cool is that these are all places actually from the show, which I think is a great touch. Okay, we get a few more. I'm actually stuck tiptoeing there.
This is where I keep all my old comic books.
Absolutely, that's like the 3rd time.
This is where I keep all my old comic
He
books.
automatically interacts with it, nice.
Presents. This is where I keep all my old comic books.
Here we go. What's the button? Here we go, that's the downward smash. Okay, I don't think there's anything else really in here. What's nice is you could actually really delay your second jump.
Sometimes pushing a simple button is the most satisfying. Push, 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 push.
And all these are actually lines directly from the original game. That's why it's so great.
Another find for
Now, I think the Patrick's Lost Socks give you something. I don't remember specifically what they do. I only really 100%ed this game way back when I was a kid, and I only did it once, unlike a lot of games that I would do later in my life, and unlike stuff like Spyro and whatnot. So like every other 3D platformer, you have a generic item you need to collect, which is the golden spatulas. And this is basically one massive tutorial so you can actually get started with the game.
There's nothing like the sounds of your own neighborhood.
So, if I remember right, there's 3 areas for this game
Space.
with multiple zones that you could go into
the
each.
Krabby Patty formula again, eh, Plankton? Well, you won't get away with it.
I've got bigger fish to fry. I've got to figure out how to regain control of the chum bucket from those robots.
Oh, okay.
Where did they come from?
Where? I don't know. Not for me, though, that's for sure. They just showed up out of nowhere and started calling me rude names and throwing things. They even bent all my spoons.
I don't remember if he really liked, like, utensils a ton.
That's terrible.
Oh, won't you help me stop them? Before they bend all my fork?
Not
the forks!
Of course I'll help. But wait, I'm supposed to collect a whole lot of golden spatulas.
Golden spatulas, eh? SpongeBob, if you can get me back into the chum bucket, I'll give you a bucket full of golden spatulas. In your dreams.
You've got a deal.
Always trust plankton. Now these things, they explode if you touch them, yeah. I don't know how big the radius is. I think what's really... Do these things, if you tiptoe, do they disappear still? No, they don't. Okay.
Too pretty. Can't take it.
The one thing that I actually dislike is that the movie video game was such a letdown compared to
I
this.
just dropped by to give you a bubble hand.
Bubble buddy.
You see, you're going to need to learn some new bubble-blowing moves if you're going to journey to the ninth
Oh, I like that
dimension
they're
and
floating
defeat
using a bubble.
Giant monkey man.
That's kind of cool.
All I need to do is figure out how to get rid of these robots.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I've been in the soap bottle a little too long. Where were we?
Something about new bubble moves.
Right! Press this button and you'll launch yourself
Triangle.
straight up in the air
No, it's
with
not
bubble
triangle,
power
it's
that
Y.
defeats anything that is directly
Jesus.
above you. Try it out.
I think I own it on the PS2 as well. Okay, very simple. I don't know if you can get on top of Squidward's hut yet. You might be able to. You might have to wait. I'm not sure. Okay, that was interesting. Activate this, press Y. But yeah, there's basically 3 areas to this game. There's a starting, there's about, I want to say like maybe 10 worlds, 11 worlds. Unlike the awful movie video game.
Now I can wear 4 pairs of underwear. This is great. Fresh like a spring
Alright,
breeze.
freebie. So to start, we have to go to Jellyfish Fields, but then after that, I don't know if you can, I don't want to say sequence break. I'm not sure how out of order you can go to start this game off, but I at least know that for the most part, you have to progress long enough to get to the 3rd area. So to start, we need to get 15 golden spatulas from Goo Lagoon, downtown Bikini Bottom, and Jellyfish Fields. And much like a lot of platformers, you have to backtrack to areas later on. Oh shit, oops, my bad. Much like, pretty much, Spiral 1 didn't have it, but most platformers make you go back.
Of Jellyfish Fields, a place
Not Mario
to experience
64, but the
nature
remake
at its
did.
most raw, and sometimes a bit tender from the stings.
I think Squidward's in this level for some reason. Yes, he's getting attacked. This is nightmare fuel. Well, I guess I'm dead.
Squidward, are you okay?
No, I'm not okay, you barnacle head. Do I
He
look like I'm
immediately
okay?
bandaged his nose.
Well, your nose does look pretty big. I mean, bigger than usual because it's usually pretty big. And you look clammy. And oh my gosh, you're bald!
I've always been bald. But
All
now
the
I'm
animations are
starting
new
all
too.
over.
Well, according to the Jellyfisher Field Manual, severe jellyfish stings can be treated effectively by applying a thick layer of king jellyfish jelly to the affected areas. King jellyfish?
Well, I guess you're off to scale Sport Mountain and die a horrible death under the vicious tentacles of King Jellyfish.
Yes.
I'll stay here, balled up here in excruciating pain.
You do that! Don't worry, Squidward. I'll bring back that King Jellyfish jelly for you to rub all over yourself.
Yeah, so that's the objective for this first area. Oh crap, okay, good. I remember you get more stuff by jumping off of it. Yeah, I think I played this area and a little bit of downtown Bikini Bottom. Now, I think jellyfish mostly leave you alone. This is goo. SpongeBob and Patrick can't swim, so don't let them fall into the goo. Yep. There's a teleport box. When you have both of them open, you may teleport by jumping inside them. Yes, this is fast travel.
We can't jellyfish today. I'm going fishing for robots. I feel like a new sponge.
I don't know if there's anything to buy when you get to the end of the game. Like the movie video game, at least I can say when I was playing it earlier this year, which in and of itself, that is a very interesting, almost case study to talk about. Is the movie video game is a very unique instance of, like, I don't want to necessarily say sequelitis, but just they really wanted a video game out for it. Can I even hit this from right here? Okay, I gotta backwards do this again. Ah, I fucked up, whatever. It's fine. Now later you get a really good ability that lets you hit anything pretty much from almost any range. I think jellyfish mostly ignore you, but you can defeat them. This is probably like the only the only Nickelodeon game I actually liked. I actually kind of hated Tak and the Power of Juju. I always thought that was like, I don't know how to put it. I just did not like it as much. All right, this is out of bounds. Like, I own Tak 2. I just never played it. I don't even know when I got it. I probably got it really late.
Boy, Patrick will be glad to have this back.
These might unlock, like, production stills and stuff. Like, Tak 2 is probably okay, I guess. I really did not like Tak 1. Tak 1 has a lot of good cheats, though. I guess if you want to look at it on the bright side. You don't actually have to play the game. Yeah, they give you a lot of health. But yeah, like, for the most part, this game was a direct love letter to fans who played the original. Specifically in the sense, like, if you recognize a lot of the locations from seasons 1 to 3, which are arguably the most popular ones. I think most people who know about it have probably watched the original show before Nickelodeon. My God, what they did with it. I'm not going back to 1 green. You don't have to collect a ton. I don't even need the underwear. That's where most of the references and everything come from. And actually, from the little bit I did about this game, like, I did look into it a bit back when they were rumoring that there was going to be a re-release of it. They did stuff like they did research on Banjo-Kazooie. They looked into a lot of platformers at the time to really try to make this game as good as it could be. And for what it's worth, I think that's a worthwhile thing to do. I was supposed to jump over there and I totally didn't do it. But yeah, the animations while talking, that's more or less new. I think SpongeBob may have had only a couple. Okay. I don't know if I'm gonna get this one. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I can make that jump now. These are throw fruits, right? This is Freezy fruit. Only Patrick can use it. Yeah, so out there's, I guess, a sock, and there might be like a spatula somewhere. Yeah, I don't think I can make this now. Oh, well, I just won't be able to get all this stuff. I know my controller makes clicking noises. It's
Patrick needs to do laundry.
my controller isn't the best for PC, but it gets the job done, which is pretty much all I can ask. Okay, double kill. Get the Halo announcer to say it too. Actually, if we look in here, oh, this is completely new. Yeah, I think you pay for spatulas for Mr. Krabs. That's about it. But these are all, I guess, 15 of the worlds besides Mr. Krabs. So there's really Oh, there's not even 15. There's 14, I guess. No, there's 13, because these don't count either. Just Bikini Bottom itself also kind of doesn't matter. Now, despite what this map would imply, I don't think there's any way to travel between all these different areas. Like, you're not going to be able to, like, go from this area to another one. Bikini Bottom is the hub world. And that's about as good as it gets. You're not going to be able to do, like, Metroid-style exploration. You just break it? Yeah, okay.
Hey, Gary, what's shaking? Ow, ow. Wow, a bungee jump for a golden spatula. I must be in heaven.
King Jellyfish is this way. It's kind of crazy because I did not see him there at all. You just jump up here. Now, when you land out of bounds, after a certain point, they flat out remove you from the stage. They count it as a death. There's a bungee jump. You can bungee jump from it. Just jump up and touch it. To dive downward, press A. To exit, press B. Where even is it? Oh, I already got it. Can I not get these? Oh, I did. Okay. Alright, that's about it. You get the nice fanfare and cheering. Okay. I don't think that gives you any extra, like, hovering. I don't think you can hover in this game. I think for the most part you just have 2 jumps. I don't ever think you get anything jumping wise. Was that always supposed to be like a robot piece of ham? I always like it looks like a big like flank of ham.
Hammer, I get it.
Yes. Okay, at least I'm not completely fucking crazy. That would be pretty bad. Anything up here? Nope. There is a whole bunch of stuff over there.
Take that! I love opening presents.
It's actually almost a Duke Nukem quote. Take that, you dirty rat. I've never played a Duke Nukem game on the channel. Someday that'll change. This year, it's not. Oh, Lord, I almost did not see that being a jump. I think this is 2002. It might be like 2003, maybe. I think I definitely got it in 2003. Because I remember 2002 was the year I played Spyro Into the Dragonfly, which might be one of the most disappointing games I've ever played in my life. Is that in the water? Okay. That might have been one of the most disappointing games I've ever played in my life. Spongebob used to know bubble bowling in order to play this game. Yeah. Okay. And what's crazy is that the movie video game has all it needs to be just as good as this game. I would say the linear nature kind of hurt it. Like, this game isn't necessarily open world, it's more open-ended. I don't know why they're blue. I actually don't know why. What's the difference between them being pink and blue? Blue might charge up faster, be a little more aggressive. But I'm really liking these modern-day re-releases, remixes of old games, because they announced Crash 4, and I'm very excited for that. Like, I'm not even a huge Crash fan, but one, I think it looks really good, and I'm glad that someone's finally doing Crash a little bit of justice. And two, you know, I'm looking at it from the perspective of, well, maybe they'll make a Spyro game in a little bit. Spyro 4 would actually be awesome, since Insomniac didn't want to do it. This is Goo. I forget if Goo is instant death. I think it is. I don't think you jump. I think if you land in it, you get taken out by the big hand from the show. Is this really worth it? Oh my god. Alright, well you can't break those. I don't even want to try it. You can break them later. I forget if there's a golden spatula as a part of this. Nope, just a sock. I think because they really want to like tutorial the beginning of the game a lot. They don't really let you do too much. Because after this, it's kind of linear, I think. We have to get specific characters in a certain order. Oh yeah, you just break this. Is that 5? No, it's 4. Okay. It might not be possible to get 5 before you complete Jellyfish Fields.
Wow, Mermaid Man! I have all your
Oh, his voice
and
actor
toys
passed
and
away, I
now-
think.
Huh? What? Oh, yeah, it's that Sponge kid. And now, what was I supposed to tell you?
It was either him or Barnacle Boy.
That Patrick is surrounded by robots and needs my help.
Huh? Oh, no. I think it had something to do with massaging my feet.
Well, if massaging your feet will save Patrick, then massage I must.
Help! They're making me hit myself!
Massaging your feet isn't working. I think I'd better try a more direct approach.
Yeah, we
By
slide down the
clipping
mountain.
My toenails?
Here I come, Patrick!
This is a slide. When SpongeBob, Patrick, or Sandy jump onto a slide, they will zip down at hydrodynamic speeds. Yeah, on his tongue. Oh my god, there's way more drift on this than before. I forget, you probably could go to the right there.
I love opening presents. That was a ton of fun.
I couldn't get it.
I should do it again sometime.
Yeah, you could literally go in like this. The only thing that's different about that is that's actually not a full-on loading screen. Or it's now a full-on loading screen. It wasn't a loading screen before. Which was actually something really cool, I think, that they were able to pull off.
Boy, Patrick will be glad to have this back.
Oh, crap.
Hey, you! Patrick needs to do laundry.
Okay, we don't need to do it again. Like I said, breaking every tiki is not worth it. I don't think you have to even do it. I think it's infinite amounts because enemies give it. You need to get to Patrick to help him, but he's unreachable. Maybe these switches will create a way. The robots are guarding them heavily. You have to battle through. I think the best area in this game, again, since this is a remake, my favorite area by far is SpongeBob's
You
Dream.
just met the Sponginator.
I think by far that's one of the coolest areas in this game.
Pushing a simple button is the most satisfying. Push, 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 push.
Okay. Nice music loop. Not sure how true to the original that is. I think the original also loops music. In very awkward and obvious ways. I think so far the only thing I'd say is that maybe it's just a little bit wonky in the sense like the opening cutscene, the voices didn't line up at all, and there's a couple weird things about the graphics and the sound effects. When you play remakes, it's really easy to notice a lot of that. Like if they were to remake Metroid Prime tomorrow, I could point out a lot of stuff like that. In fact, they already did kind of. They re-released it. So this is the first mandatory character swap of the
Hey,
game.
SpongeBob.
Whew! Thank goodness you're safe, Patrick.
Well, of course, SpongeBob. Why wouldn't I be?
Well, the robots and the...
Oh yeah, I found this for you. I don't know what it is, but it looks important.
Thanks, Patrick. I tell you what, all that running around has left me pooped. Why don't you continue on for a bit?
Okay.
Sounds good. So now we play as Patrick. So the only thing that Patrick really does is I don't think he has increased strength. He can just throw stuff.
Sure gotta carry a lot of stuff around.
You really need to... I guess you had to. That really did not seem like you needed to do that. Patrick can pick up and throw tikis, but only tikis that don't have other tikis... Oh, well, I totally didn't do that. I don't remember him getting a dash before. So they changed the targeting reticule.
How many of these do I have to carry?
We actually can just use this. So I think if you throw it like this, that doesn't break it. But throwing it at anything like that will open the gate. And they do expire, so you can't carry them infinitely. This is the bus stop. You may switch between playing SpongeBob or playing Patrick at a bus stop. Yeah, but right now I think they want you to stay with Patrick. Yeah, in fact, I think that's just there to teach you that you can do it, because I don't know how else you get over here. I gotta hand it to THQ Nordic. Can you throw this? Patrick touches it, it will begin to storm. Don't be near when it goes boom. Okay. I gotta hand it to them. I think their ability to make these kinds of remasters is incredibly talented. And as I hit myself... That would be the one thing I'd say. They changed the targeting reticule. It used to be a downward facing hand.
Clean as a whistle.
I think you're supposed to pick those up and throw it properly.
Watch where you're going!
The rock is talking to me. Almighty Rock, I am at your command.
Down here, you big pink lummox!
Oh, hi there, Mr. Plankton. Are you going to vaporize me today?
Some other day.
Very tempting. Unfortunately, I found myself in the undesirable position of having to assist you.
I was in an undesirable position yesterday, and now my neck hurts.
Heed my words, my large future minion. Go into Jellyfish Cave. Follow the instructions on the signs that you see. At the end of the caves, you'll still be a big pink idiot, but you'll know enough to help defeat the robots and get me back into the chum bucket.
Well, then will you vaporize me?
I might
Sure.
spare your life so I can force you to work in my sweatshop, making low-quality design and knockoff wallets.
Oh,
What about making
thank
iPhones?
you.
That also would work. Does Patrick have a belly flop? Yes. Okay. See, in the movie video game, this is all unlockable stuff that you get from progressing the story. The movie video game also forces you to backtrack to replay earlier levels. There you go. To be able to beat the game. Like, you can't just beat the game in one sitting, which isn't necessarily a huge problem. It's just very boring when most of the earlier stuff that you only can do at that point is like time trials. Not even like other optional missions or anything, like anything different. It's just, hey, let's extend the game a little bit. What does LT do? LT doesn't do anything. Is there a... I don't know. Oh, let's save. That works. Yeah, I don't think you can see the controls. Maybe LT doesn't do anything. Maybe we just have too many buttons. Oh, yeah, this gives you a forward thrust. You didn't have that before, so that's kind of interesting. Yeah, I don't think you can hit that. It's Patrick. So what's the point of this? Oh, go away, please. This is just to throw at the tikis. Yeah. Someday I really ought to play Spyro Enter the Dragonfly. That's gonna be a very toxic playthrough. That's just gonna be awful. That's why I kinda like, I thought about it a few years ago, and I said to myself, like, why am I gonna play a game that I know I hate? Just for the sake of hating on it and showing why it's awful. I try to be cheap and jump over it. Like, do I hate myself that much?
I don't think SpongeBob's underwear fits.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna do it someday then. I think, like, because this actually... I was memeing that someday they would remaster this for PS4 with a friend of mine. Oops. And we had the box art and everything. There was a picture somebody made about it. And I was like, you know, wouldn't it be so awesome if they actually did this? Like, it'll never happen. It's one of those things, it'll never happen. Oh, that was a nice miss. It'll never happen, but it would be cool if it did. And I was like, you know, that would be really awesome. In a very, like... Alright, that's not working out. Thankfully, I don't need to do that.
We go.
I don't think Patrick gets many abilities. So we really almost couldn't break that.
So shiny.
I'm not reading the signs because there's not really much of a point to. You can climb ledges, maybe? No! Oh, God damn it. You just gotta wait for it to pop. But I would say that, like, the fact that this actually is a thing that happened is still kind of, like, an amazing thing to me. By one of my favorite companies right now, no less, you know? It's like, what the hell? Okay, yeah. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely think that Darksiders 3 was a fun game. It just was a very glitchy game. Yeah, you can't break those safely. Alright, so this freezy fruit will freeze the water. Let me do this first.
I will crush them.
Just throw it anywhere? Yeah, okay. This actually might be a thing. Just do chest bumps the whole time. Oh, there's a purple. God damn it. Just get that and go back. Just actually need to spot it. I forget how much the final spatula from Mr. Krabs costs. It might cost something like a 10,000, 20,000. So that's like one of those collectibles. It's like the Mario Sunshine blue coins. You get it basically by playing the game enough. Or, well, blue coins are a little bit different from normal coins, I guess. How do you do the, Yeah, okay. That is the right thing to do. You might have just been immune from being stunned. Oh, okay. I'm immune, by the way, in this cutscene. That explosion hurts you, but not if you're in a cutscene, which is nice. Okay, I'll take this. Oh, you get healed when you take a spatula. Okay. Jellyfish Lakes. I think this is the last area. I think every area has only like one or two alternate places.
Tells me you're looking for the king jellyfish.
Yes.
Good thing, too. That monster has been stinging all my good customers in their poop decks. I hear that you can find him up top of Old Sport Mountain here. Go hook that beast, sailor.
Oh boy, Mr. Krabs. I'll see what I can do.
For the record, that is not Clancy Brown. I will not say that that's bad. I'm just, for the record. as I unfortunately know now and knew ahead of time. This is actually funny because Sandy isn't even in the game yet. I mean, it's hard to spoil future playable characters in a fan-favorite remake, but, you know. Jeez, how do these things shoot? Okay, that was a little cheap. He just back off, probably.
I don't think SpongeBob's underwear fits quite right. Oof. Hey, my back
Yeah, the
feels better.
shockwave from the belly flop disables enemies, and you can pick up some of them. Oh yeah, a lot of jellyfish. I think this is just throwing, right? Not sure if you get anything for this.
So shiny.
No. I think the only Spyro game I actually liked was
Mrs.
Hero's
Bob.
Tale.
Hello, Patrick.
After the
I've got
original
a job
trilogy.
For you to do.
Oh boy.
I found a golden spatula, but those robots out on the island stole it and threw it into the lake. If you can figure out how to get it back, you're welcome.
Sure enough, Mrs. Puff.
Is there... I think this is just a boss gauntlet, right? Oh shit, well I destroyed all of them. I don't think you require anything else besides this. Oh, we break these, never mind. I'm wrong. I thought you threw it out there. I was about to say, that seems like a little far. Oh, shit. I could legit do it one at a time. I'm actually surprised he didn't hit me there. I got him in the perfect part of the animation. Okay, nope, I'm trying. I really want to get all three of them at once. Okay. Just so it saves a little time is all.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
It also makes shortcuts around this area. I never noticed that. I legit don't remember that. The one bottle of jelly sauce. That's the main mission. Navigate the canyons and mesas. Drain the lake. You've not received this task. I think from here you go on as Spongebob. I don't think you need Patrick anymore. Yeah. This is like one glorified tutorial level. This is a shtiki. Sneak up. Oh, LT makes you tiptoe? Oh, that's so nice. So much better than how that's just on a button.
It shines.
Can you jump and tiptoe? Like if I were to do this. Yeah, it permanently locks your speed no matter how long you hold it. That's awesome, because that's one of the more annoying things to have to do is jump and tiptoe. I think later in the game you have to do that and it becomes a real nuisance. I got hit by one of the projectiles. How many hits did you require? Oh, did I get healed?
Fresh like a spring breeze.
Nothing wrong with a little bit of healing. Do you get, I think at most you can have maybe 6 or 7 pairs of underwear. I think there's like 1 per area, actually. Again, a damn shame that I never actually really spent a lot of time mastering this game. Because you can actually move really fast while tiptoeing. It's just very hard to hold that range on the GameCube.
I feel like a new sponge.
Yeah, I'm gonna go this way. This feels like the wrong way to go. Which is precisely why you do it first. I'm back here when you know is the cruise bubble. Yeah, the cruise bubble is by far one of the most helpful abilities in the game, because it's basically a ranged missile you could throw. And I don't really need to explain why that's great. Can I just touch you? Okay. You do come back a little bit faster, which is nice. You could just combo them. It's not really much they can do about it. I remember just hitting them twice. You could just stuff them or knock them off of something. So these stone-faced tikis can only be broken by explosions. That's why I'm not really hitting up many signs. A lot of this is very obvious to me. Is this just a shortcut? Yeah, it is. Absolutely. We got deep wallets. Yeah, I think here you can maybe knock him in. Yeah, you can knock him into the water maybe on the first hit. And that actually is
like a spring breeze.
That's actually kind of like a skill point, I would almost want to say. It's definitely something cool that you can do. I'm not even checking if like there's anything above anymore. It's a lot of Patrick fruits, but I don't think you need to play through as Patrick for this level. You don't need to. What's nice is that I think all 3 of the areas actually loop together once you're done. Just let me get between here. I didn't even touch it. They got pissed off. I didn't even touch it at all. He shot it on himself. Yeah, I wanted that kill specifically. I guess there must be something with the freezing fruit. Much, much later. Oh my god. That's weird. It like caps your height a little bit. Yeah, it's kind of weird. it like caps your height when you're going down, which is not good at all. Yeah, that's exactly what I was afraid of. It like caps your height on the way down. Yeah, changed my checkpoint too. That's like the first actual weird thing I've seen. It flat out like prevents you from going high up enough. Maybe the teleport boxes are always near checkpoints, or at least relatively close. I don't know, can you stand here like this? I don't know, maybe you could just jump down there. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. It like prevents me from going all the way up like I should be able to. Because you can get a lot of height on a double jump. I don't know, take 3, I guess. Can you just jump over there? Okay, so why even bother with it? Yeah, I don't know how that's supposed to work. That's kind of weird to me. So I can jump up walls when this symbol appears, jump against the sidewall, and press A to jump again. I want to go over here first.
Love opening presents.
They have a ridiculous aggro range. Not even up there yet. Calm down.
You've just met the Sponginator. It shines.
Okay. I don't know, it feels like that gives you a little more height. Maybe it does. I'm not totally making it up in my head. I think that if you get hit by goo, the game lets you try to jump out unless there's no way you can actually get out of it. Oh shit. Let me take this.
Tartar sauce! Horror!
Alright, this is actually the boss fight. That was Jellyfish Lakes when most of it was like vertical mountain climbing.
Gosh, everyone is trying to help out today.
Step quietly there. That king jellyfish is just up at the top of this path. Good luck. You'll need it.
Thanks, Bubble Buddy. I feel like a new sponge.
Yeah, they give you full health. I guess they don't expect you to have 3 at this point. Or 4 at this point. They expect you to have only 3.
I knew the king jellyfish was big, but who knew he had such a beautiful voice?
What? What you say? Slap him. Oh, that's fucking gigantic. Wow. I don't remember that being a single jump. Okay, fine. Slap him again. Yeah, we get some nice ads. Kind of births him like the Alien Queen. I think next time we jump twice. The finishing slap. Yeah, maybe the blue jellyfish are just more aggressive. They have an AoE. It's a raid mechanic, obviously. Oh crap, okay.
I feel like a new sponge.
Yeah, it really is just a double jump. I thought it was 2 waves. Jellyfish Jam. That's Steam achievement. Biz, fuck the sponge. I was gonna say, you can't get the jelly. Okay. This is actually the cool part of the level. We get to leave. We slide down the mountain. There's a teleport box here somewhere, though, before I leave. I think. Yeah, it's over here. This teleport box, because this is actually, you can come all the way back up here if you want to do if you mess up the slide. Ah, did I get the blue? I don't know if I got the blue. Probably there was another way to go. Very nice. I think that's basically it. And then one of these leads back to the regular part of the area. And you don't get anything from killing jellyfish. Oh, it's Larry.
See, no problem. You can do anything you set your mind and your muscle to.
How many other things are in this area? Defeat King Jellyfish. Slide. Oh, I probably have to return the jelly and then I'll get it. Okay. I was gonna say, like, what else could I really be missing? Yeah, this takes you back to the original area. And the tikis respawn, which is nice.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that feels so much better.
Anything for my best friend Squidward. Can I rub some on?
What if I just gave you this?
And Spatula, Jellyfishing, and Spatula Seeker achievements. Alright, well obviously there's no point in me farming out all these different shiny things. That's just extra. It's just flat out extra. So yeah, there is an infinite amount. I don't know what the cap of how many shiny things you can hold is. Must be like a bunch of 9s like every other game. So the second area, and I think we have to go to this area specifically, is downtown Bikini Bottom. There we go, let's talk to Mr. Krabs.
SpongeBob, this flapping robot crisis is making the Krusty Krab lose money like a sinking ship. No money means no more Krusty Krab. No more Krusty Krab means no more fry cooking for you.
No more fry cooking?
But because you're gullible, I'm gonna help you out. And of course make a small profit in return. I've got a few golden spatulas that I'll be willing to trade to you for some of those shiny objects.
Okay.
So, do you want
3,000 for the first one.
Quality?
That's one. This is probably where you dump most
Your
of them.
treasure chest's looking a bit
6,000.
I love opening presents.
Actually, in fact, we could just check. Pay him 6,000. Oh my, this is gonna get really high towards the end. But we're only one area in, so we made a pretty decent amount. I wish I still had the save data from when I was younger. That is like one of the truest tragedies of just me playing video games, is all that save data on my GameCube memory cards is just gone. It really does bother me some days. It's like, damn, I put so many hours into some of those saves and they're just not there anymore. Okay. Downtown Bikini Bottom. Do we have 9 or 10? No, we have 10, so I think we could have actually gone to Goo Lagoon.
Downtown Bikini Bottom. Once a bustling metropolis, now a debris-covered crater.
SpongeBob, the robots are destroying downtown Bikini Bottom. We have to evacuate.
All right, but it's gonna take a while to get all this dust.
Not vacuum, evacuate. We have to get everyone to safety.
Can we just load them up in the boats?
That won't do any good.
Why not?
Who stole all the steering wheels?
The robots have taken all the steering wheels.
Couldn't we just drive in a straight line?
No, there are too many turns.
Those fiends, they thought of everything. Never fear, Mrs. Puff. I'll get those steering wheels back.
SpongeBob, if you're involved, I always fear. But I tell you what, if you can pull this off, I'll give you a golden spatula.
How about a driver's license instead?
Nice try.
Number one, the Bikini Bottom scavenger hunt. 3 years running.
So those things basically turn you into a ball. I actually don't know how you get up there.
Roll, roll, roll the sponge.
Oh, these things. The UFOs. I think they just try to slap you. Hey, buddy. We're all blessed to have Gary in our lives. It's really crazy how much they just flat out reuse for the actual movie video game. Like, all this is like damn near unchanged. Someday I guess I have to play Tak and the Power of Juju. Now if that gets a remaster, we might be on some real stuff. I'm just saying, that would be pretty crazy if Tak and the Power of Juju ever returned in any form. But no one ever really asks for it. I certainly am not. I didn't really like the game. I got the Spirit Rattle, and after that, like, it's a very old school open-ended type of a game. Like, you're really expected to, like, just explore consistently. But playing it again will be almost like playing it for the first time, because I have not played it in over 10 years. Like, when I played it, I think the last time I played it was probably... I didn't even think I played it on my Wii. I think I legitimately sold it, and I just bought it back. And I was like, yeah, you know what? I'll buy it back. It's a classic game from my childhood. But I mean, that said, like, it's from my childhood. It's kind of... I didn't like it. But I did put in a lot of effort to try to keep all the old classic games I used to play when I was a kid. And I do kind of feel a little bit bad about that. Is that it? I actually don't know how you get that one over on the other side then. I don't know, maybe you just flat out jump to it.
Bringing it around town.
I didn't even go this way. Yeah, I actually don't know how you get over to this one. I think you have to fall from the rooftop. Oh, it's for Sandy. Okay, I see. Okay, very nice.
I love opening presents.
Can you get it to shoot this thing accurately? I actually don't know if you can. Yeah, I forget how you make it shoot the right thing. You have to stand in like a certain position. Yeah, okay. Where is it? I even see what it... Oh, I'm apparently out of its range to fire. I didn't even know it had a range. Yeah, some people toss out Nicktoons Unite. I never really played it. I wasn't a... Other than, like, Spongebob, I wasn't really a big Nickelodeon fan, honestly. I don't even know how many other memorable games they had. I think some people throw out a Rocket Power game every so often. But that's about all I ever hear from anything to do with Nickelodeon in video games. I think you can scale this, right? Maybe. SpongeBob laughs. I think those only care if you actually like get close to them and stay close. Yeah, it's weird. Like if they land a certain way, you can't hit them again right away.
Another find for Patrick.
Now I might not do a 100% playthrough of this. Just in particular, I might just beat the game, do as much as I reasonably can. There's a lot of games I want to actually do playthroughs on. This is actually legitimately like my first recording session in months. And the reason I really am doing this is because I said to myself, well shit, I mean, if there's like Ghost of Tsushima, a new Paper Mario game, I forget what else is coming out. There's other games I started, never finished. There's other games I said I would play. And I have to eventually play shit. Like, I can't just not play it. Especially when I say I will and I don't. What kind of asshole does that make me, you know? Actually, I probably should fall first. Now, there's a couple challenges later in this game I know I'm really looking forward to. And I don't want to spoil what they are. It's really a lot of unique, innovative stuff, and that's actually one thing that this game and the movie game both did a good job with, I feel. Nice. Is, they have a lot of very interesting platforming puzzles in the latter half of this game, as well as the movie game. And when I was streaming it, streaming in my Discord server, which Discord streaming needs to actually legitimately be a thing, in the same vein as like every other streaming thing. That would be awesome. I was actually a huge fan of that. And that's why I said, like, it had so much potential. What? I like that you could jump while holding that. That's an incredible feature. I don't know if I wasn't supposed to destroy those.
This door is locked from the inside. Who would do such a thing?
I actually have no clue how to open it.
Boy, Patrick will be glad to have this back.
I think that's it. It's been a while since I played a platformer, too. Like, I played Mario Odyssey, but that was mostly it.
Take that!
You dirty rat! What? Oh, okay, my bad. I'm just endlessly gonna kill them. I mean, I guess that's technically farming, right? Like, you could just infinitely kill the same enemies over and over again. Can you hit this through a wall? No. They were very smart about how they did that. Someone like me would obviously use that. I think they intentionally guide you through segments like that now.
Yes, thanks for noticing. I have been working out. Meow. Not done. Doesn't that mean... Meow. Oh, that's the entrance to the rooftops, which leads to the lighthouse? Uh-huh. There's another golden spatula. I could really use that. Meow. What do you mean, get Sandy to help me?
Nope, this is where we get introduced to Sandy.
Oh, that gap looks big. Okay, I'm definitely not making that jump. How is anyone going to get across there? Uh-oh.
Maybe I need her help.
Robots. Holy Dutchman's ghost! That gap looks impossible. And impassable! Okay, I'll go get Sandy to help me out.
Alright, teleport. I did it! I legitimately am gonna guess that farming in this game is just killing the same enemies over and over. Using one of those high spawn rate things. I've never done it, so that's why I'm kind of thinking about, like, well, shit. I know a fair bit about this game. Alright, you're not landing up there.
You'll have to open this.
Okay. That's actually the end of the level. That's what that is. I'm just, like, trying to think it out. I'm like, well, damn, that's kind of interesting.
Kerplooey! I love opening
Whereas you
presents.
do kind of have to farm in once again, the movie video game. You don't really have to farm here at all.
Ew, Patrick needs to do laundry.
Okay. I don't know what closing that window did, though. I'm really too sure about that one. So before, these used to be a little bit weird because you'd have to like actually get your physics right with going through the holes and stuff. But now you don't even need to do that. They kind of naturally guide you through those segments.
Oh, sparkly!
You have to like actually platform your way through it, like roll yourself properly. There's nothing back here. I think the jellyfish are a little more docile. They don't really care that I kind of get close. All right. Don't ask how a bus gets on the rooftop like this. All right. Sandy has more or less the same controls, but the difference is she can hover just by holding A.
Someone better make good use of all these.
Okay. Is this really actually lead anywhere? No, it doesn't.
Claps for messing with Texas.
Yes, Texas. And that's how we basically open up the rest of this level, as we fly around, we hover around. I think only Spongebob can go to the Sea Needle. It says to rebuild the bridge, but there's clearly nothing wrong there. I guess not. Sandy can go. The Sea Needle. Now you actually can't complete this area until much later in the game, so I'm just showing up here.
Ahoy there, Sandy.
Top of the morning to you, Mr. Krabs.
Yeah, here we go. Don't ask how a bus gets into here.
Ah, there you are, boy. Someone's broken the Sea Needle.
That's horrible. The Sea Needle is the cradle of Crochet Corner.
Yes, yes it is. But what's more important is that there are tikis and shiny objects just outside the windows.
Mr. Krabs, how can you think of money at a time like this?
Easy. I just clear my mind. Money, money, money. Now listen here, boy.
He goes to his happy
You
place.
know that I'll give you golden spatulas if you bring me shiny objects. But I'm going to sweeten the deal. If you can break all the tikis here at the Sea Needle, I'll give you a bonus golden spatula.
Why would I want to break the tikis, Mr. Krabs?
'Cause they were laughing at you and calling you funny names.
What kind of funny names?
You know, Spongebob Butt Pants.
That's not very funny.
No. But they said
Your mom joke.
Ugly! All right, Mr. Krabs, break them I shall. You've got a deal.
We start with the West Wing. Yeah, I don't know if you can do this now. I think there might be 2 spatulas out here if you can. What is this? The Industrial Park. Oh, this is the bosses. Right, okay. Jump Bucket Lab. Kelp Forest. Rock Bottom, the Marmal Lair. Are there more levels that I'm remembering? No. Okay, no, I'm flipping out. My bad.
Wow! Everyone looks like antfish from up here.
You could break them if you come from underneath them. There's no busting sound. Okay. I got about all I need. I think it tells you when you have enough from there.
Everyone looks like antfish from up here.
Oh my god. No. Yeah, you can, like, barrel stuff, I guess. I don't know.
Fresh like a spring breeze.
Probably not optimal. I'm definitely going to have to revisit some of the earlier areas because I absolutely do not have all the steering wheels. I didn't even know what was down there. Oh, I know. You have to hit it on the way down. I'll just take the hits. It doesn't really matter too much. There's a blue. Might not get that underwear back. It's not the end of the world. Okay. I don't know if we get to the south part. We might. So specifically... Oh, these things are kind of evil. Does this thing go any higher than this? Okay. I mean, I get a checkpoint. I think dying gives you back your full health anyway. You gotta clip the boxes that the explosive thing is on. Which is a little interesting to say the least. The camera is a little bit weird here. It kind of makes it a little hard to see exactly down where you need to go. Because I can't really afford to soak hits. Oh, okay. You can just piss them off by going near them? Alright, perfect. Oh, you gotta get all the way down there. Almost. Yeah, this camera is not doing any favors. Oh shit. I tried to be cheesy about it. Almost. There's like an optimal point when you start going down when you hit dive and you dive harder. Okay. I think that's it.
Good work, boy.
Yes.
Here's the golden spatula, like I promised.
So to get the other one here, you have to basically get the cruise bubble and come back. Tiki's go boom, learn Sandy's moves. Yeah, come back with the cruise bubble is literally the name of it. And what this game actually lets you do is it lets you fast travel, which is really nice. Alright, so we can just leave. I forget how you learn new abilities. I think you learn a new ability per area that you go in.
One less department. Feeling refreshed. Well, that's all for Birdie.
Oh, you know what? I'll take it.
Okay, that's better.
I do like that they, this doesn't pull it to you, right? No, it doesn't. It doesn't even let it explode.
Good riddance.
There's a... Oh. Nice. I think I already opened that. Oops, I didn't hover. I like how I did all that careful platforming to get right back up, and I didn't even hover anyway. Yeah, so Sandy actually has a really easy time doing all that, but other than like basic platforming and a little bit of hovering, she can't do anything unique like that. She can't turn into a ball, she can't pick up anything. Reminds me of the good old days when Spyro learned how to hover. It was so revolutionary, actually, coming from the first game to be able to just hover on command. To this day, that still kind of throws me off a little bit. More when I play Spyro 1 and, like, triangle is just to fall. Okay. This is probably just to let you know you can lasso them to break it. See, I kind of want to fall down because that's where the steering wheel is right there, but I don't think I have a shortcut. You know what? Let me just do it now because it's been bothering me the whole time. I don't think there's a fast way back up. She beats this like this. I think that actually reacts faster. Yeah, Sandy can't use that.
Toasted Tiki Texas style.
Oh no, you get these. I like how the fan-created box art, I messed that up. The fan-created box art actually wasn't that far off from the actual game's box art for the remaster. You could do this in mid-air? Oh, okay. Is it hold or is it toggle? Press B. Oh, it's hold, okay. Alright, this is very different. It is a very different style of swing for that. Oh, crap, okay. You can lasso, yeah, I already know that. You can lasso in midair. I don't think you could do that before. I think that's new. I'd like to say that's new, because I don't remember being able to pause in midair like that. You can't hover after it, but you can do your second jump. Yeah, it's more like a... Ugh. It's definitely something, alright. Hey, we get more realistic rope physics, I guess, right? Swinging physics and everything. Alright, cool. Alright, the rest are probably up top. I don't know if I can get there now. Yep, perfect. Yeah, I missed that one. It doesn't matter. We actually open up a teleport box anyway. So the rooftops is...
Hey, Larry, what's shaking?
Oh.
Sandy! Boy, am I glad to see you. I need your help. My TV reception has been terrible lately. I need to have someone replace my old antenna with this shiny new one.
Yes, sir. That there antenna is shinier than a $3 bill. Well, why don't you replace it yourself?
I'm not really much of a jumper.
So, what's jumping got to do with it?
Because the old antenna is up there.
Yeah.
Woo!
Very nice.
That's taller than a glass of Texas iced tea.
The robots have blocked off that building, and I can't do all those fancy moves you and Spongebob do to get across these gaps. All I can do is flex!
Yeah!
Yeah, great. So what are you gonna do with the old antenna?
Oh, that? It's yours if you replace it with a new one.
Well, I have been getting bad TV reception in the tree dome. Okay, Larry, you got a deal.
Alright, so before I do that, just slightly behind this, Yeah, you have to come back here with SpongeBob. Sandy doesn't have a ground pound. Yeah, she doesn't. Well, you have to come back. We can just do it right now. So in every area, you can play as SpongeBob and either Sandy or Patrick. It really varies. It depends.
I love opening presents. It shines.
Depends on what the level is and who you're playing as.
Another find for Patrick.
Alright, I think that's it. That might be like legitimately the end of the level, the teleport box for that. So there's actually, let me see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 levels, 3 boss arenas, and 2 additional things to do. And then basic Bikini Bottom. Yeah. Turn 10 socks. I guess it's every 10. Maybe, I don't know. How many socks do we have? We have 11. What? Oh, now they're introducing these things. Predator missile inbound! Oh, nice. They got a Joel in one. Can you just yank it? No, you can't. Not from here, at least.
Bam! Toasted Tiki Texas style.
Oh, you just kick it? I thought you lassoed it. Okay. You can swing back and get that, but green, like one green is not worth, you know, killing yourself over.
Texas.
You lasso this? Oh.
Someone better make good use of all these.
I do like that Sandy can just insta-kill certain robots. Patrick is definitely, he's helpful for the throwing puzzles, but that's pretty much all he really does. Let me see if I can do this. You just kick it? No, you flat out can't. Okay, I thought you maybe could kick it. It's a little weird how it's just immune otherwise. Yes. Oh, but what about what's over there? Another Eat at Joe's sign. Oh, crap! I was just thinking to myself, when was the last time they had an Eat at Joe's sign in anything I've seen at all? It's like in Looney Tunes. So you do have the hand come out. Oh, please hold it. B is a terrible button to have to hold. I didn't even know there was a spatula up on top of this. So after this, we could actually legit just skip Goo Lagoon, period. Yeah. I don't know if you could rebind this at all. I wonder if you could probably play keyboard and mouse with this. I mean, you have to, because you can buy it on PC. That'd be a little messed up. Oh crap, no, I didn't want to do that. Actually, it works out perfectly, because that's how you get over here. Lasso, light, and swing. Do you go over there from on top of that? I don't think so. Oh crap. These things flat out immune to normal attacks. Please blow up, thank you. I like that you can combo a lot of these moves together. I think they definitely added that. Can she tiptoe? No, she can't. That's like kind of the one thing I do wish that someday that Nintendo would do is re-release Mario 64 DS as a not DS title. I think that would be pretty cool. Because I actually really did like the fact that they had 4 characters. It was actually a really good game, in my opinion. I do own it on the Wii U. Again, Wii Virtual Console literally being a godsend. Only thing it doesn't really let you play is Metroid Prime Hunters. There is no way I can actually do like a decent playthrough of that, I don't think. That does make me a little sad, because that is definitely a game, if I could, I would do a playthrough on in a heartbeat. Because I love it. So do you like... I guess you end up going that way, so I don't think you do anything different. Where's my shadow? Yeah, you can. Yeah, that's so game changing. The lasso in midair. It's really helpful for stuff like this. You can double lasso in the air. That's crazy. Oops. Just takes a little longer. So you can slide down slopes just like Spongebob can? Oh, it's a slope, that's why. Is that a sock? Yeah, it is. Okay.
Ooh. Do I really have to carry Patrick's socks?
Absolutely. It's necessary. There's going to be a very long slide later. That's going to be quite something.
The shinier, the better.
Alright. I actually don't know where all the wheels are. I got to figure out where all the wheels are. I'm missing only one, so you know what? It might just be here at the end.
Pushing a simple button is the most satisfying.
I don't even think there's a boss fight.
Push.
Not every area has a boss fight, I don't think.
Boy, Patrick will be glad to have this back.
Oh, shit. This move in particular, being able to tiptoe, is going to be very useful for rock bottom. Oh no, this is as close to a boss fight as we get. Are you ready, kids? Set, go. This level, we get a boss rush. What? Oh, okay. Oh, crap.
Fresh like a spring breeze.
It's good. Not even giving him a chance to spawn, basically.
Just my size.
I think there's 2. This is about as close to a boss fight as we get.
You've just met the Sponginator.
Give me your clothes. Alright, that's it. It just ends. Yeah, the underwear is like see-through when you don't need it. It's a little harder to see, I think, on this version. Just a little. But yeah, I guess there's a way to... Okay, I'll just do that.
I feel like a new
I guess there's a
sponge.
way to not drop down those rocks. I don't know what it is, so whatever. And that's it. We're done. Man, this is good. This is good stuff. Does it open from the bottom? No, it doesn't. Okay. Not that it's a huge deal. So for spatulas for this area, we have all of them. We almost have all the socks, too. Now that we have all 3 characters, well, that doesn't really matter. I think I just did a little bit better on this one in particular. Like I said, I give a lot of credit to THQ Nordic. I know they don't have the most trained staff and the best, like, Rockstar level, but the fact that they're able to do stuff like Darksiders 3 in this is really fucking cool.
I met Sandy, and the lighthouse was...
Okay. Sorry I asked. Here's the golden spatula that I promised you.
Thanks, Mrs. Puff. Now I'll help you guys evacuate.
But Spongebob, you don't have a driver's license.
Oh, don't I?
No, you don't.
Well, if I don't, then what?
He pulls out a library card.
Library card.
Oh.
You can actually see it says library card. Uptown and downtown, achievement unlocked. Oh, Steam achievements don't appear on the video. Oh well. I mean, I don't know what else we're missing. Oh, well, the only thing we're missing is come back with the cruise bubble. We already got all that. So, I mean, I guess we could go to Goo Lagoon, right? Yeah, let's just go to Goo Lagoon. But as of now, we have enough to push areas, which is one thing I like about a lot of old school platformers, is that you didn't have to do every single level if you played 1 or 2, like, really in depth, which is really nice.